Welcome to our Mind Myself Practitioner team, Lisa Cipparone.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. It's so good to have you with us. So tell us a little bit about who you are, your credentials, and why you love to do what you do, Lisa.
So my name is Lisa, as you know. I live in Guelph, Ontario, Canada. I have been an entrepreneur and practitioner for about 23 years. I started out as a yoga teacher. I've been teaching yoga for about 23 years, also training practitioners or teachers with teacher trainings for about 5 to 6 years. I'm also, or I was a former traditional TCM practitioner, so Chinese medicine acupuncture. I did that for about 15 years, and I had my own acupuncture clinic in downtown Toronto called the Rejuvenation Room. Once we moved from Toronto to Guelph, I kind of spread my wings a bit more and did more energy healing. I'm a Reiki master teacher. I studied a lot of different energy healing modalities. Theta healing is an example of another one.
Mm.
And then in 2020, my mom passed away, November 2020, and that really woke me up to a lot of my own trauma. I've had a lot of car accidents and head injuries, so I went down another spiritual path and found something called nervous system reset. So I'm a practitioner of that model, that framework as well. And I think to bring some credibility and some more awareness to what I do, and also to deepen my practice, deepen my knowing and my awareness, I am also now a student of an expressive art psychotherapy program in Toronto called the school is called the Create Institute. Sometimes people think that yoga is woo woo or energy healing, which is pretty powerful, is woo woo, but it's not. So, in order to offer myself and my services and to bring credibility and awareness to that mental wellness field, I wanted to go a bit deeper into that space, become a psychotherapist, and offer everything I do under that umbrella with awareness and, people like to also be able to use their insurance. They'll have that ability as well. So, what lights me up right now, what lights me up is my studies as an expressive art psychotherapy student. I love that I can incorporate movement and dance, visual arts, poetry, drama, music, improv, and theater into a therapeutic setting. So that's really lighting me up right now. I really love movement and dance, and I'm really being filled up with that experience again.
Fantastic. What a well-rounded kit of tools that you bring
Yeah.
with you. It's so wonderful. And Lisa, do you offer in-person and online services, I'm assuming?
So I'm mostly online right now. My services are focused on nervous system reset. When I do energy healing, it is through distance. I don't teach yoga in classes anymore. COVID kind of brought that down. I had my own kind of nomadic yoga studio for a while when I was doing teacher trainings. I do offer an online yoga nidra teacher training about once, twice a year, but generally speaking, my services are online.
Fantastic. And who are your favorite kinds of clients that you
Oh,
to work with?
that's a good question. So I think it's a pretty large breadth of clients. So anyone who is on a spiritual journey, anyone who has perhaps woken up to their own trauma like I did, and anyone who is seeking support, advice, guidance, mentorship, anyone who's ready to you know, become aware of themselves, not only spiritually, physically, in the work I do, sensations are so important. So we often live in our head. And so if you're ready to come into your body and become aware of who you are and what your body needs, that's my client. Someone who's willing to do the work, willing to step into themselves so they can step into their own greatness. That's who I want to work with.
Oh, that's fantastic. I love it. And you've talked a lot about this extensive toolkit. Do you have any particular focuses? I know you're doing nervous system reset. Are there any particular other focuses that you're working with currently?
So, nervous system reset is where I'm focusing my tools right now. In about 2.5 years, depending on when this is viewed, I will be an expressive arts psychotherapist and able to see clients one-on-one. I will be able to see clients in September of 2024 for my practicum program, part of my schooling. Do love giving readings to people. It's a beautiful offering that I really it really lights me up to do. So nervous system reset is my main focus right now in terms of seeing clients. I'm also creating some expressive arts hives in my community to bring people together to be involved in expressive arts. Yeah, I do love working with clients one on one for readings and healings and connecting them with the earth and source, and then moving with them in that spiritual way, spiritual guidance. Yes. So yeah.
I love that. That's fantastic. Maybe you could tell us a little bit what an initial session with you would look.
Yeah. So, for example, if we're meeting for nervous system reset, our initial session is an intake session. So it's about getting to know each other, coming into that co-regulation space, so they can feel how I am present with them. I can sit and listen to them speak to me about what they're coming in with, what they need from me, how I can support them, what I need to know about them and what happened to them. Why are they here? So that first intake session is about opening up to each other and creating that safe container that's really important for this kind of work.
Wonderful. And now let's dig into a little bit about the personal with you.
Yeah.
How do your closest friends and colleagues describe you?
Well, I'm a fiery Aries Italian Ram. So I am very strong. I'm very leadership driven. I'm a bit of a force, a bit of a firecracker. Some people say that the party starts when I arrive. So I'm pretty excitable and yeah, I think they would say that I'm really fun to be with, and I love to laugh. I love to be in the woods with nature and have quiet time with my dog and be with the earth and the trees. So I have that, that dual side, that really exuberant, extroverted side that's really lively and exuberant. And then I have a quiet side where I like to be alone. I like to be in the woods, surrounded by trees with my dog and nature, no matter what the weather. Yeah, but I'm definitely am a fiery Aries Ram.
And if somebody's coming to you for some energy work, how would you create
Yeah.
safety for them?
So, what I really love to do with energy healing and energy work is I actually prefer to do it distance. I do in the past, I have often seen clients in my home, have put a nice fire on if it's the winter, create a nice safe space in my home. But I can actually communicate with their guides in a deeper way if I'm alone and really kind of into my own space. When I'm doing energy healing, I root into the earth. I bring the earth energy up through my body, and then I connect up with the creator of all that is, and then I bring this beautiful whitish honey-like liquid through my body, and I really attune myself to my own energy, the energy of the earth, the energy of source. And then I call in all of my guides, all of their guides, and I connect with them on a really deep level. So, what I have found over the years, and I've been doing readings for about 20 years, I'm clairaudient, clairvoyant, and clairsentient. So, what I have found over the years is I actually receive a lot deeper information when I'm not with someone in person. It's like it's just a clearer piece of information that comes into me. I had a really beautiful testimonial from someone, one of my clients, a couple of weeks ago, and it talked about how I send a recording. I do a recording, an audio recording of the transcription, what I receive from their guides, and she said to me that she doesn't actually listen to it for about 2 days. She can actually feel the energy of the reading come through, well, when it's just on her phone. So she sits with that for a couple of days and then she listens. So for me, when I'm doing energy healing work and when I'm doing readings, I like to do it distance. I find it much more potent and powerful.
Fascinating. I would have thought the opposite, but I
Yeah.
love how you describe that. That's wonderful. What a gift.
Mm.
And what do you do, Lisa, in your life to stay healthy, body, mind, spirit? You mentioned walks in the forest with your
Yeah, so
dog.
every day I'm an early riser. I'm up at between 5 and 6 sometimes. I do a couple of things in the morning. I'm part of Human Garage. Human Garage is a beautiful online program. We do fascial maneuvers in Human Garage. And then I walk my dog in the woods. Once I get my daughter off to school, I go to the old growth forest in Guelph, near Ignatius, and I walk my dog with awareness in the woods. So I look at the trees, I hug the trees, I connect with the energy of the trees. I lay down on the earth in the pine forest. I take a lot of photographs. I'm a photographer as well. Take a lot of photographs while I'm in the woods. I look at the sun and look at the sun's rays, and I see just kind of how it reflects on the trees as well. So I really immerse myself in nature and I really allow myself to be aware of what I'm listening to. I look for cardinals, I look for ravens. Those are messages for me when I look at animals running around. And then I kind of commune deeply with nature. I have my yoga practice, I meditation practice, but mostly it's a walking meditation in the woods with my dog and the earth and the trees. So that really nourishes me, and a really good hot bath at night.
I love it.
Yeah.
And what are you most grateful for in your life right now, Lisa?
My children. My children are everything. My children are everything. These are the best years of our life when we have our children with me. So for me, I am the most grateful for the gifts I received from my children.
And how many children do you have?
I have two daughters. One is she'll be 20 at the end of February, so she's 19 now, and then my other daughter is 18.
Fabulous.
Yeah,
How beautiful.
thank you.
And as we wrap up this
Yeah.
introductory conversation to you, Lisa, what's something you'd like to leave your listener
Mm.
with today?
Oh, I'm 55 years old. I have returned to school to do a master's program in psychotherapy. And I think my greatest offering is it's never too late to step into your greatness.
How beautiful. What a fantastic way to end.
Thank
And as
you.
I like to end things with, we're doing this because you matter.
Thank
Thank you.
you. Thank you, Esther.